anticipated trial had been due to open on Monday, but is now slated for the day after. No reason was given, but US media report there is renewed efforts for a settlement. A court in Moscow will give its verdict on Monday in the trial of one of President Putin's most prominent critics. Vladimir Kara-Murza played a key role in persuading Western governments to sanction Russian officials for human rights abuses and corruption. The UN's Special Rapporteur on Human Rights in Myanmar has told the BBC he's disappointed by the international community's failure to do more to protect the civilian population. Tom Andrews was speaking after the number of victims of a junta airstrike last week rose to almost 170. The US warship Milius has sailed through the Taiwan Strait days after China concluded military drills around the self-governing island. The US Navy described the transit as routine. The Chinese defense minister says Beijing is willing to work with Russia to have close strategic communications between their militaries. The comments were reported by state media the day after he had met President Putin. The most powerful rocket ever built is scheduled to take off for its first full test flight later on Monday. It's hoped SpaceX's Starship will eventually carry humans to Mars. The acclaimed jazz pianist Ahmad Jamal has died at the age of 92. A lifelong friend of Miles Davis, his sparse playing influenced a generation of jazz musicians. His music is still being sampled today. BBC News.
Thank you, David, for that summary of the news. Hello, you're with Newsday from the BBC with Rob Young and Victoria Wakunda. Coming up over the next half an hour, we're going to continue to look in detail into the situation in Sudan. What is the way forward, potentially, for peace and for democracy? Newsday's James Cotnell, former Sudan correspondent, is still with us to talk us through what is going on. If you've got a question for him, anything you'd like to understand more about the situation there, please do get in touch. The number to send your text messages to is +44 77 86 20 50 85. We're also going to bring you stories from Myanmar and Tunisia, and Isaac's going to be here in about 15 minutes with all your sports headlines.